Low schools of management.
Huh.
One thing is they just work with intuition,
Uh,
intuitive thinking. There is a
Yes.
higher faculty
Which is untapped.
Which is untapped. How do you use that?
Absolutely.
And problems are so complex that they cannot be analyzed. The complexity of the today's screen we have created, that they don't have simple answers like logical answers.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't try to fit everything into the cause effect and analysis and measurement.
And there are other people to solve that problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't require a tool. But those faculties are arose or invoked when you meditate, when you do this one. There are other methods
Yeah.
to get the clarity of thinking.
Yes.
Not by reading something only logic.
A more holistic approach.
Yeah, holistic approach. And that's the problems are like that. You require that kind of clarity. Thinking.
But how do you work out is this ever possible for man to incorporate this right brain intellect into artificial intelligence?
Yeah, but you see, artificial intelligence, what they
Means when they talk of fuzzy logic and things like
extreme,
that.
then you have to enter not their logical levels. No, see, there are some deterministic logic, which is deterministic logic, which
Yeah.
are the most science works on determinism. There is a logic which that is very well known. Logic theory is well known.
Yeah.
Above that, we have probabilistic.
Yes.
The possibility, probability.
Yes.
So then you have probabilities. When we go, we have all complex problems to go to probability level.
Yeah.
Probabilistic this one. So
Yeah.
we use probability. Above that is possibilistic.
Huh.
Possibilities, then intuitions, etc. Then you start invoking that kind of thing.
Okay.
That is fuzzy logic.
Huh.
Most things cannot be expressed like this. कसा आहे बा मुलगा कसा वाटला हा कसा वाटला should be taken. They are fuzzy, चांगला वाटला. In the context of a particular context is created. We are recruiting. Now in that context we are talking.
Yeah.
In this kind of population we are talking.
Yeah.
So that is fuzzy logic. And they found Japanese like this fuzzy idea came from Lofty Zadeh. This fellow from some Lebanon or somewhere. He became full professor University of California. His major contribution is fuzzy logic. He said most things in actual life are expressed very thoroughly. Now you are not analyzing that other thing. You just come to a notice first. And then you apply logic.
Yeah. So logic is retrograde.
Retrograde. Artificial intelligence retrograde. Actually, most effective is you come to a conclusion first. Humans have ability to conclude something come first, and then go back to re-verify or validate or all that kind of thing.
Oh. So that particular
You can't say that.
conclusion which is not logic based and which is just empirical or
Some intuitive. What do you call insights? Insights are more than anything else. That is higher knowledge. Insight is higher knowledge.
But then can that be ever factored into
Yes. Sufficient complexities. That's what they handle now. What is called data-driven discoveries. The data is so complex that you find solution only through this data analytics.
Oh.
That is given to you.
But that conclusion will be statistic based, no?
No, there are other models they have created. There are statistics one model, but there are higher models of that. No? When high complexity of data comes in, you don't have to do that.
Which would probably involve a certain amount of random sampling. That means if you have to make a choice and you don't want to go logic based or logic driven, then it would be a kind of a random random sampling, no? Means suppose
A lot of knowledge has been acquired. That is being used. Like for example, आपण जायचं ड्राईव्ह करतो artificial intelligence has such a high level of thinking with the human brain.
massive.
So that's what they have created the tools for that. That is a high computing power. Which is who.
But that's really fascinating. But then now that you are working presently on the next
We are developing that. We decided not to go into this. Only practically we will have computing power anyway, but it is based on AI based.
So how do you get that? I mean, what kind of a computing or I mean, what paradigm of computing will you be incorporating into the next generation computer? That means which will
Yeah, but which have been now abstracted in chips of that kind. It's not just ALU, arithmetic logic units. They have created chips, what are AI chips.
Oh.
Use those.
Okay.
Essentially, they abstract a very complex thing into chips
Oh.
on that kind of thing, which become more effective in this kind of context, like image recognition, image processing, decision making, all that kind of thing.
And would that also involve quantum computing also?
Quantum, they can do it very, because the logic is at the quantum level called qubits.
Qubits, yeah.
Which they can do, which this cannot do. It means, they are at such level that qubits can solve some of the problems much
faster.
Much faster. Several orders of magnitude faster, which this cannot hope to
Oh.
solve.
But will quantum computing also be an integral part of the next generation computer?
Yes,
or-
yes. Well, what we are doing is that this you require all these things. For the graphics is processed entirely differently. So there are graphic chips. Graphics, we want to present special effects and all that. They require special chips, graphic chips.
Graphic chips.
So this is graphic chips. Because their abstraction is polygons, representation of etc. or create images or animations of that kind. So you have different types of chips for different processing. Image processing is different.
Yes,
Listening is different.
Auditory.
This is auditory is different. Standard logic can also do it. No, anything can be abstracted to that level also. But you don't have to. They are more effective in this kind of things. Signal processing of different kinds.
There's one very interesting concept in neuroscience called as synesthesia. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of that word.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
But it's a very fascinating thing. What they're saying is that if you have to comprehend data, that means we have to comprehend. Like we comprehend data in the form of color, in the form of sound, in the form of smell. So what they are saying is that there are pathways which are carrying these sensory modalities to the different parts of the brain.
Yes.
So that means auditory center is different in the brain. The gustatory, that means the taste center is different in the brain. But for some reason, if there is a cross connection between these pathways, then I can probably hear green color.
Also,
I can probably taste a sound. Because at the end of the day, it is just a data which is being processed and appreciated at different centers. So, like that brings you to this very interesting concept of there being no hard reality as such. Because it's how I perceive it. Who is to determine that I can only see green color and I can't hear green color? Because it is after all a play of the sensory organs and the neural mechanisms to cognize that. So, then is there really such thing as a green color which I can see? I can probably hear it also, I can taste it also.
no, actually, question P. Para. Pahले ज्ञान है para, which is totally no green. Para means transcendental knowledge. How it comes from that? What thoughts from where comes from?
Yeah.
That is the para knowledge.
Yeah.
Pashyanti means actually you see.
Acha.
Pashya means that it is come at second level is Pashyanti. Para Pashyanti, Madhyama. Now that becomes, then it comes here, it starts transmitting here, that from stomach to your brain. Pashyanti, Madhyama. And then from the vocal cord, it becomes Vaikhari.
Vaikhari.
So, he has the levels. He levels are.
Yes.
So you actually see the knowledge. Then